I just realized it. I'm recycling. Using reclaimed wood. I like it. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Cheapskate Garage. Got pricing center consoles for a GMC Jimmy, and they got pretty expensive. So I'm going to take this old piece of wood that I found, and I'm going to show you how to build your own. We're going to get to it. I had other plans today for another project on a Mazda, but FedEx's tracking lied to me. They said it'd be here today, but it's not. And I just got an updated notification that's not going to be here till Wednesday of next week. So, here goes nothing. I found that a worn out flapper disc, like a 36 grit, I think this was a 36 grit. It used to be a 36 grit, but it's worn out, but it's going to work perfect to recondition this wood. There's a nail there. Or a screw. Well, there went my coffee. It tastes good like it should. When I get to cutting into this, I'm going to have to remember that that screw's there. But I think I want to cut it 5 inches wide. How wide is this? It's 9 inches wide. 9 3/16 of a barrel. Probably used to be 9 1/4 and the wood shrank. But we're gonna rip it down, and I want probably about 18 inches or so. Good enough. Here's the base piece. Well, that could be the top. And when it's all done, I'm gonna sand it all up, and it'll look brighter, more like this. It'll have a hinge, all the edges will be rounded, and then we're gonna add some flame to it and give it a burnt look. You guys will like it. Who cares? It was free. pretty good. So top, bottom, one of these are the top, one of these are the bottom. It doesn't matter which yet. Now we gotta go up. I guess the bottom only has to be so long. I do want to put cup holders in this because there's no cup holders in it. Well, there are. They're just kind of a joke. But make a small little glove box. How high? If I use this piece right here, how high exactly? Yeah. 5.5. It needs to be taller than that. I'll be honest, I really don't know what I'm doing. Kind of makes the fun of it. I think we're going to cut 2 of these patterns out if you can see it. And then this board will go in like this, so this edge drops down and touches the carpet. Up here, you'll have space for I'll have space for the cup holders. You won't, because you're not driving it. And then I think I'll put a divider right here. That area for a lid. It'll be just perfect. This would be a nice time to have a table saw. Flip that over, you can kind of see where they join together. About there-ish. Jackie Chan that. I was about to say ka-chow, like, what's that? Lightning McQueen? Looks good to me. Alright, one more of those. That's the same length. So we'll get you guys in here, belt out of the way. Got 1 piece. 2 piece. And we'll have the bottom. Something like that. Might need to get a little bit skinnier. It's a little bit tight. Yeah, a little skinnier. If they're on top like that, then it gives a gap down here where it looks like trash, and well, I might as well do it that way because it is an 87. Alright, let's trim it down. So there's a lump in the floorboard right here. If you can see that, I gotta accommodate for that. So I gotta figure out where this piece of wood's supposed to go and then draw a line. I'm not a man of many woodworking tools, so I gotta use what I have. it's getting there. And just like an algebra problem, what you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So when I cut this out, since I don't have the right tools, I just make a whole bunch of slots like this on this side. I'll flip it over and do the same to the other side, and then they pretty much fall out with the saw, and then I'll come back with the sander, sand it all up. So there goes my wife. She's going down to the store to get something for dinner. If I hit 1,000 likes and 1,000 subscribers, she said she'd start her own channel called Cheapskate Kitchen. I just want to see her start it. And in case you guys were wondering why I'm doing it like this, it's because, well, I chose the rustic look because the wood was free in my backyard. It's called a labor of love for a reason. I must really love this old GMC Jimmy. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the top area of it 5 inches, and then underneath I'm gonna trim it down to like 4.5, so that way between the seats it'll fit a little better. It won't be rubbing up against the seats, and then the top side of it I can make it that 5 inches and split the difference between the two sides, put my hinge in there for the actual box part of it, and it'll just give it a clean look. If you continue watching, you'll see. So here's a little update. I got this much of the center console put together, assembled. I put a little centerpiece in there to keep the rigidity of it. Now we're going to cut the top part, and I got to go down and get a hinge tomorrow for this back part, but we should be able to get this and all this installed, and either run up to my dad's house and get a 3-inch hole saw or buy one. I like the idea of borrowing one first. But yeah, so here's what we got going on. I got a mark there, and I got it measured at, we're gonna rip that board down to what, 5 3/4 I think it is, and then we're gonna cut sections out of it to see what we need. This is my second board. I got one more board back there in the back. Reclaimed wood, love it. Well, now that nighttime is falling, and you can see my wife is not back yet, she wants me to go and preheat the oven to 350. I wonder what she's cooking. I didn't know if I was going to make it or not. So it just dawned on me. They put plastic wood in cars. Why can't I put real wood in cars? I guess I'm not trying to be fake about it. It is what it is. It's wood. Got cut. It got screwed together. It's a center console. Who cares? Yeah, that's my baby. I need to get back to work on that in a hurry. So here's what we got going on so far. Now I just got to cut the top lid. I brought this over up here on top so that way the driver could flip it up from the side if he wanted to. I think I'm going to take this piece and bring it out and let it sit out just a little bit, so that way you could also get your hand under it from the front. And then I think, if I can find them, I got some magnets. Hinges either going to go on this side or back here. I haven't figured out which one. But I'm going to drill and press a magnet into the top of this, so when you close it, it's kind of got a retainer that wants to keep it shut. Well, we're rounding up the finishing stages of the glove box. I'm just making sure all the gaps look good. Or glove box, Jesus. Center console. We're going to pre-drill a couple holes. And I like to screw them in as I pre-drill them, because then it can't move on you.
Just make sure they're flush. Eyeball it. Why not? We eyeball everything else on this. Is that a knot? Oh my gosh, I think it is. Let's see how the screw goes in. It might not want to go in. Flush. Whoa, whoa, got a little hot with it. Went a little deeper than I need to. So tomorrow we're going to drill a hole here, 2 cup holders. That should be good. You gotta have a spot for the dad pots, as my wife calls them. And, gosh, this thing actually, look at this, a free center console. All it took me was a little bit of time. Well, that's not a good one. You can't expect everything to be perfect all the time either. Works better when the screws on it. I did it twice in a row. Jeez, I missed that one. So since I missed it, I'm just going to go at an angle. It's not having it. Or redo it at an angle. I think there's a character. And when anybody asks, I just say it was meant to be like that. They won't know the difference. They weren't here when I built it. They're going to be happy to have somewhere to put their pot. There, good enough. I really wish that one ran further. Here's a cool tip. This happens too. I just care about it being flush. Take your Phillips stick, run it in there a little bit. Screw back in there. I guess it didn't work. Not this time, this wood's really soft. So there, let's go do a test fit.
So the fit, sorry for the darkness, but the fit's actually looking pretty good. I'll take it. Now it's just time to the 2 holes, the hinge, and it'll be impermanent. Alright guys, it's tomorrow already. I went ahead and finished up the center console, and I'll show you what it looks like. There it is. Holds a pop can pretty good. I wanted deep cup holders because I figured this would be up in the mountain truck. And under here, if you see that, I put a magnet and a screw head right there. So now when it comes down, it latches. It's held it up here by 2 grooves, if you can see those. I left this empty so that way you can get change out or other paper and stuff, because my hand, as fat as it is, doesn't like to fit in there. And then it's got 1 screw back there holding it in the center. Kind of a rustic look for a rustic truck, I guess. But anyway. Alright, that's going to do it all for the cheapo Frio center console build. I still got to put in a driver's side window motor and probably a new front windshield, and I got to finish up the headliner. The headliner that I got for this is trashed, so I think I'm going to go get some rim material so that way I can actually screw it up top. Might make a video of that, I don't know. It's just little fun ways that you can make a vehicle run and act good. Alright, stay tuned for next video. Click the like and subscribe button, it would be appreciated. Hey, and tell your friends about the channel too.